Alright. Time to get started. So, hey everybody, it's your boy Chojin. Guy who kicks ass, keeps kicking ass, and won't stop kicking ass. How y'all doing? Sorry about the lateness. Your boy had to basically make a last minute repair for his bike. Don't worry, it was just a bolt holding the what they call the area, the kickstand, and of course basically I had to go drop off a ballot. There we are. I'm gonna do is in our last. If you have a brief summary, in our last basis, we managed to hang around space Germany, and we're told to invade this nation via a choice of the wheel. So, and we found out that that this race called the Deragorian or whatever the heck they are. Forgot their name. Sorry about that, but apparently they're Borg-like and they're pretty cool. Or they're pretty Borg-like. That's what I gotta say. Don't worry if I'm a little quiet. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do some circling. You're looking a little down, Yuri. Is something on your mind? Oh, I was just thinking about Lugovalos. It occurred to me that they're pretty much the exact polar opposite of the Xenotonians. There we go. That's the name, Xenotonians. If you think about it, I have to agree with you on that. After all, Xenotonians have no desire to wage war or travel the universe. Right, so they got me thinking. What are you thinking? I don't think I agree with the Queen Saphira that her people are on the right path of human evolution. If I had to choose between the two, I'd say I have a lot more in common with those Lugavonians. While we do that, I'm going to drop adverts until we get the notification. But anyway, how's everyone doing today? Oh, looks like we made it back, eh? Just gotta. Ah. Looks like we gotta take care of some Puglitos. Ugly set. Ah. Hey, lizard guy. That's okay. Looks like we were both late.
All guns, check firing tables and calculate course projections. Hurry!
All right, no worries.
Attack on enemy target. Fire all guns.
Oh, wrong target.
All guns, check firing tables and calculate course projections. Hurry! Urgent attack on enemy target. Fire all guns. Enemy Unit 2. Elimination confirmed. Inflaton reading has disappeared. Enemy Unit 1.
That frags him. Ah.
Time to take control of this battle. All guns, prepare for a barrage. Roger. Disabling gun limiters. Diverting 70% of generator power to weapons. Enemy Unit 3. Elimination confirmed. Inflaton reading has disappeared.
And then I just like how that thing just shoots 4 cannons on top and just rail guns and just rags on that thing.
Energy.
There goes our junkyard. Come on. There we go.
Disable all weapon limiters.
Da-da-da.
Limiters disabled. GCS system and shields released. All gunnery crews firing interval 1, 2, 2. Begin barrage.
And that thing's wrecked. Oh, yep. What's that? It's blowing up from the inside. We didn't hit it.
Enemy unit 1. Eliminate.
Now we got Harmonio. Here are the Pirate's Lair. Go forward, see what we got. Go to the second floor. See what we got here. Group of dangerous-looking men are waiting for Yuri and company further down the corridor. They see Yuri, a man who looks like he could be their leader, comes walking toward them with a confident air about him. Are you that guy they call Yuri? I'm in charge here. The name's Jacho. And I hear about you. Word is, used to be a pirate. Anyway, we got no beef with you. How about you just forget you ever saw this place? See, we're all on some run from something or someone from our past. Bad times, you know. But some of us want to make a clean break, start all over again. You know, start making an honest living. Alright, I'll forget ever to come on this place. Thanks, pal. Here's a little something for your trouble. Take it, it's all yours. Battleship and a Nahab torpedo ship. No! We've been thinking about starting up a shipping company. Hope you'll come back and use our services sometime. With that, Jacho waves goodbye and Yuri disappears down the corridor. Rest of his men. Oh, we got ourselves some new ship designs. Next stop, we're gonna have to head to another location. Sectoro.
Enemy has been. Enemy movement
There we
projected
go.
and gravity radiometry corrected. Burst limiters disabled. Shift dispersion pattern. All guns, open fire.
Target the enemy vessel in the forward quadrant. All guns, fire.
That's a cool bridge.
Enemy unit 3. Eliminated. Targets in Clayton reading diffusing. Enemy fleet
There we
maintaining
go.
Position. Transmitting ranging data.
Begin volley fire. Disable all weapon output limiters.
Energy levels confirmed at maximum for all weapons. Fire.
Yep.
Enemy unit 2. Destroy. Calculations complete.
There we go.
for Enemy course projection and range delta.
Prepare to bomb
Hey, Drax.
quadrant on my mark. Mark.
Enemy unit 1. Eliminated. Targets in Clayton reading diffusing.
There we go.
Incoming.
There we go. go.
All guns, check firing tables and calculate course projections. Hurry!
Urgent attack on enemy target. Fire all guns.
Go.
Enemy Unit 2. Elimination confirmed. Inflaton reading has disappeared.
Here we go.
Don't give the
There we
enemy
go.
opening. Prepare for alternating
I'm doing
fire.
fine, Drax. Just chewing on ice.
Starboard and port batteries, prepare for back-to-back fire with an interval of 2. Gun crews, fire. Enemy Unit 1.
Here we go.
Elimination confirmed.
There we go. Yuri, it's Rubinko's feet again. What's with this guy? Zombie? Let's lay him to rest for good this time. For those who didn't remember, we found out that this guy could literally cheat death by swapping onto another body.
Elevated Unit.
And already he picked us off. He picked us off right off the bat.
Elevated.
Let's finish him off. All guns, prepare to fire.
Roger. All gun limiters disabled. Releasing secondary GCS systems. Barrage interval 2, 3, 8. Fire all guns.
All guns,
There we go.
prepare to fire. Begin volley.
Gun. Enemy Unit 2.
There we go. Guy's crazy.
Prepare
There
for
we
a
go.
barrage. Increase dispersion zone
Roger. Disabling first and second gun limiters. GCS correction pattern 0006. All guns, dispersion pattern A alpha. Maximum burst mode 36. Fire.
Come on.
Enemy Unit 3. Elimination confirmed. Inflaton reading has...
All right.
Don't give the enemy an opening. Prepare for alternating fire.
Starboard and port batteries, prepare for back-to-back fire with an interval of 2. Gun crews, fire.
Okay. There we go.
Enemy Unit 4.
There we go.
Eliminate.
We're just gonna pull out so we don't get damage. That should work. Sometimes you gotta play smart. There we go. There we go.
Bring the enemy down. Disable all
Please
weapon
fry
limiters.
this guy.
Limiters disabled. GCS system and shields released. All gunnery crews, firing interval 1, 2, 2. Begin barrage.
Let's see. There we go.
Bring the enemy down. Disable all weapon limiters.
There we go. There we go. It seems you have suffered a defeat. Transfer, transfer, transfer. There we go. We're now in Sectoros, so that takes care of that clown. Wrong button. Go right here. Quite. This is the military Quarlanet, said to have been built by General Milento Rubingo. The inhospitable-looking building coolly reflects the light that falls upon it. What is this place, Giorgio? It looks like the building we saw back at Neran. It is the Quarlanet Tower built by General Rubingo, the military's own Quarlanet. This building gives me the creeps. In what way? It's hard to explain, but kind of makes my hair stand on it. Giorgio, will destroying this building prevent Rubingo from coming back to life? Not exactly. I'm scared this may not be the Qualinet tower he has built. Aw, come on, Yuri. Flip that frown upside down, because I got an idea. Oh? What do you have in mind? You'll say. But first, we gotta get inside. This is the basement sensorium tower. All these floors look the same to me. Wait, look! There's something on the console. Let's check it out. Oi! These are blueprints! They are? We got blueprints for the Anti-Air 4 module and the Analysis 3 module. You're in company board the optical elevator and head for the top floor. Never finding stops, the door opened to reveal a scene exactly like the Queen's room they saw on Neteran. Looks like we gotta have this place to ourselves. Yeah, but I kind of feel like we're being watched. Kind of creepy. Granny Portal walked over to where the terminals are concentrated, despite the wary looks of the rest of the party. Giorgio, you said that implant code in your noggin can connect to this terminal? Gotta find a way to hack into the network. Yes, it is possible, but it would not be long before the security system locked me out. Don't worry about that, bloke. You're talking to one gross of a hacker here. All I need is one tiny minute. Oi, I get it. You're gonna crack the network so that Rubinko won't keep coming back like that, are ya? Bob's your uncle. Give that man a crumpet. Now you ready, Giorgio? Yes, I'm ready to connect. Ah. The moment the terminal is connected to the implant coder in his head, George Zinko's entire body arches back in spasms. Hang on a tick, Giorgio. Randy quickly reassures him while following the characters staring across the panel and fiercely typing on the keyboard. Uh-oh. Watch it! I think security's onto him! Giorgio grits his teeth as his entire body convulses as if he was being attacked by the security system. Almost in! Ah! Huh? Giorgio! Spasms shoot out from when the terminal is connected to his head. On the next moment, the terminal goes flying. At that same time, Giorgio goes limp and collapses on the ground. Giorgio! Are you right? Are you right, bloke? I underwent a violent assault on my consciousness, but I believe I'm going to be just fine. In a moment, that is. Phew! I thought you bit the big one. Sorry for putting you at risk like that. No need for analogies. I was only too glad to help. Granny, were you able to hack in? Found Rubinko's mind transfer program. That means you'll be able to stop him from coming back the next time, right? Hard to say. I only needed time for a quick and messy hack. But as long as the security program didn't notice it, it ought to work. Keep our fingers and toes crossed. Alright. Locals are pieced.
Calculations go.
There we go.
Or destroy.
I got it.
Preemptive strike.
Right?
Enemy unit 3. Eliminate. Target.
Alright. Loud. Just gotta keep building up our fleet number. I ain't getting wrecked by those damn things. Alright.
Time to take control.
There we go.
All guns, prepare for a barrage.
Roger. Disabling gun limiters. Diverting 70% of generator power to weapons. Adjust horizontal angle of fire to all enemy squadrons. Fire.
That should wreck that fella.
Enemy unit 1. Elimination confirmed. Inflaton reading has disappeared.
Captain I have a message from for you from Her Royal Majesty the Queen. Message from Queen Saphira? Yes, it seems they have pinpointed the mechanized planet, General Rubinko's base of operations, and it's highly probable that his spare bodies are being stored there. Okay, where exactly is the place? I believe the chart. The name of the planet itself is Juna. Okay, time to come up with a strategy. Yes, Captain, I'll return with my assigned post now. Georgia, wait a second. Yes. I just want to tell you I've noticed that your speaking skills have gotten much better lately. Yes, well, I'm becoming more accustomed to speaking, thanks to everyone's efforts and always talking to me. I see. Yuri watches with a grin as Giorgio Zinko bows with a slightly embarrassed look before he leaves. Mechanized planet Yuna. Here we go. I want to make sure that we did get that, so let's see. Oh, before we do that, let's ETA. I want to take a look at my ranking. Oh, good. We're nearly up to the top thousands. If I can keep that up, we might be able to get to the top 100s. Here we go. Ah, the Bugitos. Them ugly clowns.
Open fire. Read the enemy's movement pattern.
That's one of them down.
Enemy unit 2. Begin a bracket attack.
Back on the enemy.
Bracket attack. Roger. Gun data links. Elevation 011. Fire.
And then that's gonna shred those Corvettes.
Enemy unit 1.
Not much. We've been waiting for you, Captain. I've been briefed in full and have decided that we will join you in the operation to take Una. We could use the help. I'm sure it'd be able to mount a decent defense. General Rubinko, the fleet from Regiland has arrived. So they're finally here. Are they? How dare they trespass onto our Huna sector? Eliminate these invaders now. Enemy fleet detected, Yuri. It's centered on a massive ship. Absoluta class? No, according to the readings, it's at least twice that size. Twice, as in double? No bloody way! Captain, did you see the enemy's fleet maneuvers? Yes, It wouldn't be possible without an exceptional commander and crew member that work together in a well-oiled machine. It's the result of the neural operations system. Neural operating system? Oh, oh my! Now that sounds interesting! It's a system that employs QualiNet for military purposes. It serves to directly control the actions of every ship by brainwaves broadcasted to the implant coder in each crew member's head. Yes, I see. That explains how the fleet moves in unison like a single living creature. Yes, it was developed to compensate for our small population. It allows an entire fleet to operate with as few people as possible. This is turning out to be more difficult task than I have expected. Wouldn't have to worry too much if I were you. My crew's pulled through plenty of certain death scenarios. Each time we learn to work more closely together. We don't need a system to match their maneuvers. That's right, just leave it to us, Mike. Fury is right. After all, the Zenatonian system is nothing but a desperate measure to make up for their meager population. We'll show what there's still to take the full crew successfully man a modern warship, shall we? All right then. Let's strike harder than Chief Captain. All right, get going, people. Launch all fighters. Move in.
Enemy has begun firing. Calculating projected impact convergence.
All personnel, brace for impact. Maintain 0-degree bearing angle. All guns prepare.
Enemy unit.
There we go. There we go. We just need to hit these fighters. There we go.
Bracket attack. Roger. Gun data links. Elevation 011.
There we go.
Fire.
The reason I'm doing this is so I can do repairs and such and keep my ship alive, as well as to save certain parts so that we don't have to worry much about
Target lock. Open fire.
there we go.
Open fire.
Never mind, looks like that guy's dead. We're doing pretty well. There we go.
Detecting.
All guns.
There we
prepare
go.
to fire. 5 seconds to full barrage.
Let's wreck 'em.
Battle area gravity radiometry checked. Laser deflection correct. Roger. All guns disable burst limiters. Fire.
Oh. There we go. There we go. Those fighters down.
Enemy unit 2. Eliminate. Targets inflating reading diffusing.
All right.
Elevated.
Bring the enemy.
There we go.
Disable all weapon limiters.
Limiters disabled. GCS system and shields released. All gunnery crews, firing interval 1, 2, 2. Begin barrage.
Bam, 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 bam. There we go.
Enemy unit 3.
All right.
All guns.
But just fire at that and see if that works.
Enemy unit.
There we go. There we
Don't
go.
leave the enemy in opening. Prepare for alternating fire.
There we go.
Enemy.
Go. There we go.
Target locked.
Enemy.
Just taking care of the. We're just doing mop up crew.
Begin up.
Enemy unit.
Bring the
Enemy unit.
There we go. This is just getting me resources so I can get some precious money so we can also use this to upgrade certain other features. Come on. Now we get to have some fun. Some partying. Now Now on to Juna. There we go. Launching Foidas. In a range.
All guns, prepare to fire.
There we go.
Enemy unit 4. Test fire. Enemy unit. Unit. Enemy has begun.
Wipe out the enemy.
Enemy unit 4.
He keeps rezzing.
Detecting enemy unit.
Let's finish him off. All guns.
Incoming.
Bring the enemy.
Enemy unit.
Think of it, it feels like there's no end. This is like a slow death, Yuri. We can't keep it on like this. Captain, are you alright? Neither. We're here to back you up. This is the chance to go to their flagship. Yuri, the enemy's vanguard. Good old Schneider. I guess I'll have to treat him to a few drinks later. Okay, people, the target of the enemy flagship. Forget about the other ones. There we go. Out of range. There we go. Launching fighters onto this group. Into range. Wait till he opens barrage. There we go. Alright. Alright. Move in. Let's heal up again. This is a literal war of attrition. And we did. At least we managed to make back some of the lost reputation. A lot of level ups. Good chunk of money. Yuri, we have a small craft confirmed trying to escape from the enemy flagship. It's making a break for Huna. It's at Rubinko. I just know it is, Captain. Battle will never end until we take him out. Go after him. On Huna? Yep. Let's go down. I thought that'd at least be a little action down here. What gives? Yeah, this place is deserted. They have insufficient numbers for ground battle. Must be concentrating their forces at one point somewhere. There's a Qualinet here too, just like what you said, Giorgio. Yes, General Brinko is a very cautious man. I would not be surprised if we continue to find them in unexpected locations. What we gonna do, Yuri? We know he hightailed it back here. Sorta defeats the whole purpose if we keep coming back again. Don't worry. That program Franny hacked on Sectoral should do the trick. Yeah? You sure about that, Franny? No, really. It'll be fine, I promise. Boy, don't know. Darla, we should trust what Alex says. Whatever. You the boss. This sounds like the deathly still quarter echoing from the Urian Company. Right? On the second floor. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Exterminate! Exterminate! Centonian soldiers attack. We neutralize this guy. Huh. Thought it'd be more of a challenge. But it's a case of all brains and no brawn. There we go. Put our branches left and right. Captain, I found this on the floor. Oh, a currency card. 800G. Or continue on, shall we? Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Exterminate! Exterminate! There we go. That looks like an elevator up ahead. Come on, people! Let's get the lead out. Upon reaching the 5th floor, Yuri sees that the way is blocked by a sturdy door. It appears to be locked tightly shut. Can you get open, Franny? Well, for starters, it's got biometric authentication. On top of that, there's a cross-checking key code. Easy enough to fool the biometric authentication. Key code, well, think you can figure it out, love? Wait just a tick. Ah, think I got it. It's referencing the number of Rubinko clones. Yuri, do you remember how many times we defeated Rubinko so far? Okay, that's all I need to know. Hold on a tick. Bingo! Well done, Franny. Yeah, I'm just that good. Yuri sends someone ahead. Ah! Ew, gross! Room is eerily silent. At the very back, Yuri and company see a row of fluid-filled gas tanks. Each one contains the naked body of the exact same man. Those must be Rubinko's, spare bodies. Man, it's like a skin farm in here. Well, He won't be coming back anymore once we smash them all to Kingdom Come. You with me? I wouldn't waste my time if I were you. Ah! Binko! Brinko. I never imagined you would make it this far. Quite impressive, actually. Too bad it was all in vain. You see, I have spare bodies in a number of other locations as well, just in case. How does it feel knowing that you have done nothing but waste your time? Not to mention wasting the time of your crew. I wonder. I mean, sometimes you just never know until you try, right? Why, I have never heard of anything so foolish. Attempting an action while knowing full well that it may well be in vain? Surely that's a sign of a race of an evolutionary dead end. I have a great noble calling myself. Revitalize in trio and lead our people along the proper path of evolution. Do narrow minds fail to comprehend that? Might strike me down here and now. I shall not resist, for I have a number of bodies to replace this one. If you insist, enjoy your new body. Your actions, they are in vain. Transfer, transfer, transfer! What the gruss? Yuri! Ah, look out! What's happening? The tanks, they're all... Blast tanks are opening one after another. Liko, Rubenko's spare bodies come pouring out amid an amniotic fluid in which they were suspended. As they hit the floor, each one's clutching their head, writhing in pain. Ah! How awful! What the... Several minutes later, only heaps of biomaterial remain where Malenko's spare bodies once were. Somebody am explaining what the grust just happened here? Hi, Larry. Hey, Larry. I think I had to hand it to you, Franny. That was a brilliant plan indeed. All I did was hack his program so the next mind transfer would just all to his spare bodies at the same time. Yeah, but how does that explain? It's simple. Psychoresonance. It happens when more than one of the same individual coexist. The minds cannot endure the piercing resonance that results, and there's the proof. I'm sure it's the same thing happened to all the rest of his spare bodies, too. Seems to have... See? It happens before your very eyes. That was priceless. More like a splatter movie, if you ask me. Did you know that would happen, Franny? Not exactly, love. And especially not like this. I was thinking my hack would interrupt the transfer or something like that. Franny Porlo's voice is subdued, as if she is feeling quite awful, guilty about the awful scene that just unfolded. Yuri puts a hand on Franny's shoulder as if to reassure her. Don't let it get to you, Franny. Just helped get rid of Rubinko once and for all, and that's all that matters. That's right. It was the only way. I guess so. Thanks, Alec. Thanks, Yuri. That same day, staggered by the loss of their military leader, General Rubinko, Centino finally surrenders. Queen Severe decrees that the Kuala Net be reintegrated through Centino. Yuri, I just received word from Captain Baum that the operation is complete and he would like us to return to Rediton. Alright, that took longer than I thought it would be, but at least we won. What do you want to do, Giorgio? Back to the network once it's repaired? Well, yes, but what? It was most curious feeling being off the network while I was with you. I feel frightened yet triumphant at the same time. And now that I've experienced such feelings, I would like to delve deeper so I can fully ascertain them. In the end, I would like to journey with you a little longer, as it would be fine by you, Captain Curie. Sure, knock yourself out. Thank you very much, Captain. Oh, and one more thing, Captain. Her Majesty would like to spank to you personally when you're done. Please take the opportunity to visit you before we return to Regiland. I think you mean thank, not spank, but yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Well, the good news is we managed to basically defeat that guy. File saved. Let's head back to Netheran. There we go. Well, we still got a few rogue factions, so, you know.
Calculate enemy tactical
But,
pattern.
but at least kicking that guy's butt was tough. Good lord.
Gun crews 1 and 2. Projections calculated. Enter dispersion patterns and open fire.
There we go.
Attack. Gunnery crew, open fire on target ship. Roger. Gunnery crews, check grid data. All guns, fire. Enemy unit.
There we go. Alright. There we go. Sensorium Tower. Yuri and company stand humble before Sensorium Tower. Its very sight, soaring high in the sky, inspire all look upon it. Captain, I have been eagerly awaiting your arrival. I am so grateful for your support, and I hope that you will continue being supportive to my people. Please accept these gifts as token of my gratitude. You got the blueprint from the Absolute class command ship. The other gift is a prototype unit for a new type of module. While it's not a blueprint, you may still find it useful. You got a prototype of a control unit level 4. It's very generous of your majesty, but offers pretty well. Please, yes, please continue. I'm not sure I can get behind what you're doing. Oh, and what's that? Have you not already helped to make our nation whole again? People have spoken and they are most grateful. Well, to be blunt, I think Zentonians are on the route. You're the one driving them there. Queen Saphira's expression hardens almost impeccably at Yuri's statement. Though the change is slight, it's a revealing sight that Yuri may have touched a nerve. Yuri appeared stunned at Yuri's brashness and nervously tugs at his arm, speaking to him in a hushed whisper. What are you talking about, Yuri? Zenatonians have sought to evolve their people without war, anger, or jealousy. While this may be an admirable goal, it looks like it only results in stifled emotions and lack of true passion. And of course, that result is a shrinking population, and ultimately it'll be the downfall of their race slowly dwindles. It just occurred to me that maybe General Rabinko did what he did to revitalize his people, make living worthwhile again. Are you saying that war makes people prosper? In a way, I am. You see, the passion that's responsible for things like war and anger is also responsible for love, jealousy, among other things. That passion is the reason Lugavos has conquered such a vast area and continues to expand across the universe. Then the universe is a sad place. Maybe, but it's a universal truth. No doubt speak the truth, Captain Yer. But we have chosen the evolutionary path that we believe in, and it's the people's will, and thus it is mine. I see. Very well, then. Queen Saphira smiles so slightly as she gazes upon Yuri, with her eyes that show her strong will and her strength of purpose. Yuri nods in response and bows before exiting the Queen, without uttering another word. See what we can buy. Rapu Solo. Wish I could find a good another ship to replace the Warhound. Oh, okay, hold up. It has a nose command system, which is not bad. And we don't got much money to board many of the other good ships. So if we can get a few bits more money, we could basically get ourselves an Absoluta. But we'll go back later. Ah, Yuri! Could I have a pleased word with you? Gavari Minas, accompanied by a Minda Mystica, come up to the bridge. The bridge is bustling with crew members getting ready to leave port. What can I do for you, Professor? Actually, it's about the control unit prototype you received from the Queen. You finished analyzing it already? No, I was more interested in trying to modify it, but that means I would have to disassemble it first. Sure you want to do that, Prof? I mean, might end up busting a perfectly good unit. Oh, I'm sure it'll not be a problem. At least I very much hope it won't. You hope? As Governmentus and Thomas Vale harsh it out, Yuri looks over to Minda, who's standing quiet behind them. She's shielding her face behind her hands and vigorously shaking her head back and forth, very exasperated. What do you say? If all goes well, I should be able to develop an even more enhanced module. What are the odds of that actually happening? Well, I'd have to say 50-50. Go for it, Professor. Excellent, excellent. I'll start disassembling it straight away. Spiral Minas practically skips off to the bridge like an excited kid that just received a new toy. Of course, she leaves behind him. Better prepare for the worst. He always gives 50-50 odds, so you never really know how things are going to turn out. Let's edit our crew, shall we? Poor Joe. Oh, nice! He's a star engineer and a scalpel. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna make him a medic. Anyway, now we get to continue. There we go. Captain! Oh, Captain! My work is a complete success! Gavril Minas suddenly shows up on the bridge with Aminda Miskika. His giddy presence somewhat into Yuri's hands. Looking down, Yuri sees that's a blueprint plate. Where did this come from? Disassembling that unit the Queen gave you allowed me to design an enhanced version. Use those blueprints to build it. Nice work, Professor. I know. Well, go on, don't stop there. You're amazing, Professor Minas. I know. No, really, you're a genius. I really am, aren't I? Compliments and acceptance of said compliments continue for an unbearably long 30 minutes. You got blueprints for control unit level 5.
Open fire. Read the enemy's movement pattern. Target locked. Enemy. Target locked.
There we go.
All guns. Fire for effect.
That's gonna fry that guy.
Dispersion pattern B Alpha Plus. All guns synchronized. Fire.
There we go.
Enemy unit 1.
That should fry that fella. Franny, I brought you something to eat. I'm not hungry. Besides, I got the I got a stomach ache. I know, that's why I brought you some medicine too. Take it after you eat. It'll work wonders, I promise. She speaks, Kira lays on the desk. Franny Parlow mutters as she absently watches Kira at work. Kira! Yes? How do you feel about Yuri? Huh? Getting her aching stomach, Franny lets out a laugh when she sees how surprised Kira is about the unexpected question. Aw, you don't have to act so surprised, love. Well, you just ambushed me with that question. What? That's a perfectly good question. Anyway, it's been my mind practically forever. Feels good to get it off me chest. I mean, after I saw Yuri's reaction when he found you back in the SMC, I just couldn't help but wonder, you know? He's my brother, that's all. That's all? Really? Of course, what else could be? Well, it could be a fair game, but then I got him right in my sights. Dang. Yuri's not interested in immature women like you. Oi, listen to you. I'm sure he sounds like you're jealous of me. I'm really busy right now, so I better get going. Oh, you don't have to run off like that, love. Just admit that you're jealous. Ignoring Franny's remark, Kira puts her hand on the door as if she's about to leave, stops in her tracks. Maybe I am jealous. Come again? I mean, I'm his sister after all, but you two aren't related at all. Oh, Kira exits the room as if she is embarrassed by what she just said and by Franny's surprised reaction. Okay, that's just a little weird. Devangord, planet capital Elgava. Your Highness, a reinforcement fleet just arrived from our home system. Man, that was fast. Who's in charge? If you would, this way, please. Rear Admiral Ursula Mackin, 11 Expeditionary Fleet reporting for duty. I'm delighted to see you're doing so well after this many years, Your Highness. Ensign Miles Merrill at your service, Your Highness. Well, so old Mackin sent over his one and only daughter, did he? Guess he figured out how important this next operation's gonna be. Yes, Your Highness, I've heard that you are going against one called Yuri. That's right, we can't let him screw up what he's done so far or get in the way of our future plans. The Emperor himself has the same mind. However, go on, spit it out. Yes, well, I don't understand how one man could warrant such much attention. I've heard he's fled when faced with a small fleet led by yours, Your Highness. Surely such an opponent's good, and I get what you're saying, but it's the ones that run away right off the bat that you gotta watch out for. That guy's learned a lot. I mean, he used to be the type who would just rush into danger. Trust me, I know. For the past 10 years, he's been beefing up his military might and getting ready for the day. That's why we're up against people. also why you called here, Real Admiral Emrog. Yes, Your Highness. Sorry about the long, I was just looking up. There.
Enemy Unit 1.
Ah! Can I have your autograph? It's Lord Roth! It's Lord Roth! It's Lord Roth! It's Lord Roth! Over here, Herr Roth! What the? The excited screams and cries of a mob of frantic young women assault Yuri and company's ears as they step off the ship. Just as Yuri's expected, he finds that it is Lord Roth once again, surrounded by a mob of attractive, a bit hysterical women. Oh, Yuri, did you just get back? Lord Roth, I didn't know you were supposed to be back already. Don't worry, I left an adequate force to deal with the Libertas fleet. Besides, they don't need to have the will to fight. Both sides are just staring each other down right now. Ever so boring. One woman who has been patiently waiting for the two men to speak timidly interrupts. Excuse me, you wouldn't have to be the captain known as Yuri, would you? I am, but... Oh my god! A mob of young girls once again burst into a chorus of excited screams, cries, and giggles. It's really is Yuri! Oh, he's so dreamy! Please, can I have your autograph? Shake my hand! Please shake my hand! Hey, ow, let go! Stop pulling me like that! Why do I have a feeling I'm getting flashbacks of Hercules until one of them's gonna pounce on him and then yank and go, I got his sweatband! Looks like you've gotten a bit famous too, Yuri. Go on. Mac Vita, good, now sign a few autographs for the nice Liebchens. I'm not really into stuff like that. Besides, Yuri looked over at his sister with a troubled, if not vague, guilty look on his face. What? Oh, no, it's just, even if you said it was all right. You know, well, I wouldn't say it's okay, so... But Kira does not show outwardly. Yuri can tell she's steaming mad about the tone of her reply. In response, Yuri makes a hasty escape, leaving Lord Roth and the screaming mob behind. Yuri, strong drinks are bad for your health. You have a long road ahead, so you gotta take care of yourself. You're right, Kira, I'm sorry for worrying you like that. I'll try to take it easy. You wouldn't happen to be busy. I've been ever since coming to the LMC. After all, I gotta keep learning about new ships after another. On top of that, the output control system for the inflation version differ by country. All that different? I never noticed it during my inspections. That's because you've never taken a closer look under the hood. I mean, surround structures are just completely different. Interesting. I'd like to hear more about what you... Got a moment? That's right. Work on an engine repair shop when you were younger, didn't you, Captain? In that case, I wouldn't mind if I got a little technical on you, would you? Been a while, but go ahead, fire away. Knowing you, it'll be just fine. I only got trouble explaining this kind of stuff to newbies. Now let's get started with the shroud structure I mentioned. Basically, shrouds can be divided into R-type and hyperseal type, but Yuri learned about engines from Rissa Robus. Yuri's maintenance skills now by 2. control. So that's what what the control unit does. It essentially mitigates. It essentially allows automation. So the benefit of that should allow me to free up some space. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit of some fun, right? Buck. There we go. We're gonna do a remodel. I'm gonna remodel the Hannah so we can get ourselves some more modifications. It only needs 510. First things first. Special. Since it's one of our first line defenders, we're gonna need. See, what it does is now I don't have to use much space, and that's useful for and that'll be useful for the Hannah. Don't worry about that. That was just a roommate. We're having a little bit of fridge troubles at the moment. that wouldn't do. There we go. That should do this. There. Alright, we're gonna double check. Test, test, good. Yeah. That's what I think we're gonna do. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Sorry about that, folks. Just, we just got a little bit of some freezer trouble, but we'll be fine. Let's. Let's make sure. Make sure to get that saved. Oh, cool. think we're done for now, so let's get back, because I'm sure nobody wants to be seeing me spend that. Vigilant officers are already seated at headquarters in Relatin, and have already been waiting for Yuri and company to arrive. Among the officers, Yuri noticed Robert Wormer and the Interplanetary Assembly. Well done, Yuri. Captain Brom has updated you on the most recent efforts. Your squad has conquered Zentino with minimal loss and friendly forces is quite impressive. It looks like your operation went well too. Indeed it has. We've accepted as Monzo's complete and unconditional surrender. Now Libertas no longer has any significant allies among the nations of the LMC. What's the situation like the Galactic Federation? Allow me to explain. With the surrendering of Esmonzo and Zentino, the balance of power has overwhelmingly shifted in our favor. As a result, many nations that have been uncommitted have finally begun voicing their support for the Interplanetary Assembly. Many more are coming each day. Now it's time to seize this opportunity and do what the Federation should have done long ago. Allow the nations of Interplanetary Assembly to work towards formulating a response against the Lugovian threat. Assembly member Wormar, what do you think of the changes that are bringing about the political situation? Frankly speaking, zero. After all, military forces have already been louder voiced than cries for peace. Then there are orders, a veritable hotbed of hardliners. There still are more than enough military might to make things difficult. If push comes to shove, they could very well dispatch a fleet of Marigold to pursue the assembly. So you're saying we just have to smash order fleets to bits, is that it? That shouldn't be all that difficult. In theory, yes, but they are more complex than you might think. You see, once you've attacked overs or attack overs, basically attacking Libertas itself. And I need not remind you of the Libertas controls 1/3 of the military vessels under Federation command. Jawohl, but that's assuming they can live up to the potential. What do you mean? Nele, would you do the honors? Okay, allow me to explain. Now that they're only based on the impression of what our Royal Fleet confronted in Libertas Fleet in the Havit sector, it appears as if the elements within Libertas itself are taking watch and wait attitudes to the event they see in motion. I say that's because during this 2-month period we faced their fleet, the only way went to offensive twice. Even then, it's only amounted to a small skirmish and quickly withdrew. That's why I think they prematurely assumed that all sympathizers were ready to die for orders. Yes, jawohl, I see what you mean. The official policy has been decided upon. We are to invade Libertas and crush the Order's fleet. A commotion arises from among the officers gathered at the war room and the significance of the moment it hits them. The first time that nearly 500 years that Libertas has dominated the Federation, winds are changing in the air. That may be our only choice, indeed, but this battle must not ignite into all-out war with Libertas. Assemblymember Wehrmeyer, I regret to having to ask you bear such a burden, but we're counting on you for damage control. I know. I will stake my honor as a career politician to extinguish the flames of war with no doubts arise. Wunderbar. Now is the time for our military official to formulate a strategic plan for achieving our goals. I would like the rest of you to stand off plan until further notice. You are dismissed. Luger Sankt ends the meeting and immediately goes officers getting up and leaving with exciting looks on their faces. Yuri, this is turning out just like you said. What do you mean? You know, the unification of the LMC. Let's get together over drinks sometime. Meet me over at the Royal Fleet's headquarters. Sure, sounds good. Let's head to Area 4.
Open fire. Entry Unit 1.
Alright. Yuri, you have a ship approaching us from behind. Is it a romantic ship? No, it's... let's see. There you are, Yuri. Selena. Seems like you made quite a name for yourself around here, kid. Lucky for me, that is a lot easier for you. Selena, I'm glad you're okay. You made able to make it here okay. Oui, but I have a pretty close calls along the way. If I waited any longer, I might never have been able to get through that damned gate. Why is that? It's those Lugavonians. The ships are massing near the gate over near the SMC side. There were already several tens of thousands of them when I blasted my way through. That's not good. So then, you're saying Lugavalos' invasion of the LMC is drawing near. Oh, and, what? Then Stiffer shows a moment of hesitation when she sees Yuri's powerful gaze transfixed on her. She quickly recovers. Looks like CISO's leading the fleet, and 2 ace commanders have been called in their front homeworld. The first is Ursula Mackin. What is? She's the daughter of Admiral Galvin Mackin, commander of the Malkin fleet directly under Emperor's control. And the second commander is none other than our old pal, Niall Emerron. What? Emerron? He's still alive? I'm afraid so. He was demoted after the huge blunder 10 years ago. But they brought him back after Desmond died. I came to the LMC to warn you, Yuri. Lugavalos is playing with a stacked deck. Each of these people are a serious threat. Thanks, I appreciate your going out of your way to deliver this information. Aucun problème. I hope to meet again someday. Please wait, Selena. If you like, we sure love for you to join. I am a pirate. I've always have been, and I always will be. Remember, Yuri, never lose your cool. A level head is the key to survival. Got it. And there goes Selena. Nice to see her back. That's great. Yuri, isn't Emerron that... Right, he led the invasion of the SMC and the one responsible for Nia's death. Yuri's jaws clenched tight, but a faint sound of teeth grinding together can still be heard. All Kira can do is stare anxiously at Yuri, who is obviously struggling at some powerful emotion. As soon as Yuri and company arrive at the space armored fleet, as soon as Yuri and company arrive at the Space Armored Fleet headquarters, they are quickly ushered by Diedrich Schreiner's office. Instead, they find a commander and an odd-looking man standing there. Whoa, a Zenatonian! What's this guy doing here? Allow me to introduce you. This is Captain Enz Etozo, an official with the Zenatonian fleet. Zenatonian officer, huh? Captain Abraha Etozos, Zenatonian 7th Fleet. General Rubinko was my commanding officer. Though you were my enemy in battle, Captain, your amazing battle skills have earned sincere's respect. Thank you, Captain Estoso. What brings you so far from home? It's unusual to find a Zenitonian all the way over here. He has come to offer his service to our military forces as proof of Zentonio's goodwill toward it. And he wants to join the Red Jelanic military? Yes. Jawohl. And in the case he would hold the rank of visiting officer. What you really mean is that he would be your hostage. That's not how I... Upon hearing it, Gennadi's frank assessment, Dietrich Schneider hesitantly turned back to Abraham Estozos. However, Captain, those expressions not change it one bit as he responds. Please, Commander, don't let it concern you. Understand how the lack of information on the Zenitonian people would lead to suspicion against us. If my presence here as a hostage mitigate such mistrust, then it's a logical thing to do. I'm sorry about this, Captain Estozos. Well then, the situation as it stands. Do you think we should accept his proposal? You should accept the offer. His time here will help forge a relationship between your countries. That's right. Building friendly relations with you will help learn about the fair people. After all, ignorance only breeds suspicion. Okay, then. I'll report to my superiors that we should accept the offer. In that case, Commander, I have only one request. Jawohl? I want to join Yuri's crew if I may. I have heard stories that told the captain's mysterious power. This power is great intent to me, and I would like to personally observe him if all else possible. Would you like to have me, Captain? Heh, Yuri, you got yourself your own personal stalker. Nah, I'm not stalking him. My motives are purely driven by the spirit of an inquiry. Still sounds like creepy if you ask me. Yuri, what if he always hovers over you, watching your every move? What if you never have any privacy? I don't know if I could stand, but let's hope for the best. Welcome to my crew, Abrahamo. Thank you so much. Looking forward to serving you under you, Captain. Like we got a new person. Let's recruit him, shall we? Anti-air genius, so... There we go. All right. Yay! We now reached the rank. We're now top 1,000. Now in the top 1,000. That is perfect. Like our guy's getting better, so let's save this here. No, back. Right, so now leaving for and back. We are. Upon entering Royal Fleet headquarters, Nele Becker immediately ushers Yuri into a quiet room. Upon closer inspection, it appears to be Lord Roth's private quarters. Oh, I'm glad to make it. Oh, I'm glad you could make it. Nele, get me that bottle of Bergmeister, would you? Little early to start drinking, isn't it, Lord Eroth? Sobering times calls for drastic measures, Nele, and I think libations are in order. Whatever you say. I have mine on the rocks. Yuri? Me too, thanks. Coming right up. With a nod, Nele quickly puts a couple of glasses and a bucket of ice on a tray and brings it over to the table. Then, what appears to be a slightly sarcastic bow, she leaves the room. Yuri is surprised to see that Nele's also managed to whip up sandwiches stacked high with buffalo meat. Wow, she's a great hostess. Who is? Nele, adjutants don't really do stuff like this, you know. There's something you're not telling me about you two? Oh, don't be silly. She's my adjutant and nothing more. Oh, I see. Come on, I mean, sure, we've known each other since the official officer academy, but we're all just good friends and co-workers. Okay, if you say so. Why do I get an impression you don't believe me? Anyway, what about you? Nele told me about you and that girl Kira. Huh? She's not just any old crew member now, is she? Right, she's not any old crew member, she's my sister. So you say, but doesn't actually believe that. I don't care what anyone thinks, she's my sister and a member of my crew, that's all. Huh. As you sufficiently say, okay, if you say so. Lord Roth grins as he imitates Yuri's manner of speech. Yuri responds with an annoyed look and takes a swig of his drink. You know, I've been meaning to ask you for some time now. Ask me what? So serious are you about all these? About uniting the LMC? Rex! Things like this seem to be heading in that direction. Is this really what you had planned? It was more of a last resort than a plan. Uniting the LMC was the only option left for opposing Lugovalos' domination. Jawohl, but you're not even from the LMC. What reasons would you have possibly for wanting to defend our galaxy? Oh, I have reasons, all right. The Martian? Yeah, I'm a zero-G dog through and through. There's no way I could ever live under Lugovalos' iron thumb. I mean, they don't even let spare spacefarers freely navigate their stars. I don't care who it is. If someone tries to take away my freedom to roam the cosmos, I'm gonna bite that back hard. That's what the decent self-respecting zero-G dog would do. Lord Roth listens intently to Yuri's explanation, an unreasonable look in his eyes. Lord Roth eventually speaks. He does so, watching Yuri carefully. I'm sorry, but that doesn't sit with me. Why not? I don't believe your real motive. Huh? I dislike beating around the bush, so I will come out and say it. I believe you want to use the LMC to get your revenge against the Lugovalians. Think I'm out for revenge? That's right. Nele heard all about it from one of your old friends. That incident concerning the woman named Nia Loughlin. Well, are you gonna look at me in the eyes and say you're not using the LMC to settle an old score? No, I'm not. At least I don't think I am. Hell now, this isn't about some sort of personal grudge. I can't say for sure. To be honest, I just don't know. Ha ha! Ha ha! I see. So you don't know yourself. I actually know what you mean about not knowing, if that makes any sense after all. Is there anyone out there who truly knows exactly what the feel is, what they do? No, there's no need to say another word. Let's drink some more. A lot more, in fact. Bottoms up! Lord Rock quickly clinks his glass against the one Yuri's hand. The two proceed to drain what's left of their glasses with synchronized gold. Reginald Royal Fleet Headquarters. At the back of the war room, Lord Roth is working at his terminal by his side. Nele Becker is sorting through documents. The name like the Royal Fleet, I thought you guys would never leave the King's side. Well, we do serve directly under the king, and we follow his every orders, whatever it may be. I suppose you could say they're more like old men's errand boys. Hartvig, have a little more respect when you talk about Herr Kaiser. Oh, what's the big deal, Nele? He's not here, is he? Anyway, our country is better at attacking than the defending. That's why the royal fleet is given the freedom to go on missions from Herr Kaiser's side whenever it's necessary. So then you have the ability to execute whatever orders you're given. That's what makes you the royal fleet? Exactly. Jawohl. I envy you, Yuri. Where'd you get that from all of a sudden? I'm just a little jealous of the freedom you zero-G dogs have compared to us military types. I mean, for one thing, your female crew members can dress however they please. Quite a feast on the eyes, I must say. You think so? I never really noticed. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Long voyages can be tough without a little eye candy to get your mind off it. Exactly. Jawohl. But I've always struck on military ships, whereas the female officers dress in bland, even ugly uniforms. You're going to get an ear from me later, Hartvig. Does the term sexual harassment mean anything to you? Uh-oh. We're gonna do one last wander, and I think... Yuri, we just hear a message from Vice Admiral Skank. He has details on the next operation, so he wants us to return back to headquarters on Relatin. Okay. Finally, the decisive battle with Libertas. It's gonna be a big one, alright. Not necessarily. Not all Libertas. That cough again. Are you sure you're alright? You look pale, Master Ken. Oh, don't you worry about me. I'll be fine. Benetton. Yuri, you have a moment? Tatiana prepares to dock at the spaceport and starts talking in a hushed tone. It's Gen. He's gotten much worse. He has? We have our medical staff examine him, but they've already grown extremely weak. He's sleeping right in the sick bay right now. Will he recover? I don't know. It's not that particularly sick. It's more of an age-related. I don't even know if he'll ever be able to get out of bed again. I tried to convince him to check into an off-ship hospital, but he won't hear of it. What do you think we should do, Yuri? Let him do what he wants. Are you sure that's a good idea? Men like him would rather draw their last breath on the battlefield, even if they can't stand on their own. Say so. You know, you men can be such stubborn idiots sometimes. Now if Tatiana leaves, returns to her post. The Office of Regional and Military have already gathered here in a full force at the headquarters of Rediton, but not one of them utters much word as they wait for Luger Sang to begin speaking. Alright, I'm going to provide you with an overview of our military offense against Libertas and Orders. Taking out Orders will be key because they form the core of the hardliners within Libertas and the Federation itself. Remember, striking Orders hard without allowing the conflict to expand our main objectives here. The battle is more likely going to take place in the Hirwart sector near Elson Star System. That sector provides high navigational safety and can accommodate numerous fleets while making it the perfect battlefield. Yet the enemy no doubt has seen that and will choose to engage us there. He will deploy 5 ships from the Royal Fleet and 120 from the Space Armored Fleet. They will be supported by the 15 ships from the Dragoon fleet and 30 from the heavy artillery fleet. We will plan to rendezvous with the fleets from our allies Natco and the recently defeated Emerenzo. A commotion spreads throughout the war room in response to Luger Sang's plan. So, we will commit to the vast majority of our military and then the strike forces? On-planet defenses will be left at first, then bare minimum. This is the only way to pull us on equal footing, I'm afraid. And considering this is a battle for the very future of the Galactic Federation, I wish we had more to spare. Jawohl, but simply put, if we lose this battle, we will be simply brought under Libertasian control anyway. There won't be any home planet to defend. There's one more important role to be filled. Will you help us once more, Yuri? What do you have in mind? As mentioned, we are going to attempt to engage the main forces. That will allow you to break through the enemy lines from another direction and strike Order's home base. Interesting. Wait just a minute. That's far too risky, even bordering on suicide. Dietrich Snyder abruptly raises his troop fleet and bursts out in concern, interrupting Yuri before he can respond. The Luger Sang continues without batting an eye, despite the intense criticism. The enemy fleet must be hit hard. As long as Libertas stands behind Orders, there will be no avoiding the protracting of war. The fact that Lugavonian may be mounted an invasion at this time, dictating we must bring hostilities to a swift end. But, don't worry, Lieutenant. Missions like these are second nature to me. Captain. So, where's that stinking Orders base anyhow? Our intelligence service hasn't been able to pinpoint the location just yet. All we know is that it's in a space fortress known as Taurus. In other words, you're telling us to find it ourselves, aren't you? I'm afraid so. Don't we get any better to do than go on some wild trumpet chase? Lay off the guy, Franny. Don't you see? He's giving us the tough mission because we're just that good. Carlo's right, at least about taking on tough missions. You can count on us, Vice Admiral. I'm sorry to put this in position, Captain. Alright, this concludes our strategic meeting. Access to the official orders will be provided in 27 hours. Till then, all ships are to remain on high alert. You will remain in formation charts along with your orders, at which point we'll be shipping out the staging point. Well, looks like we're gonna be shipping out. Looks like we're shipping out to, looks like we'll be heading out soon, so I'm going to end the game and pause right here while I do some off-stream grinding. So, I'm going to thank the following people for tagging along. Lizard Guy, of course, Drax420, OXO2, All in Conglomeration, All in the Gathering, Bing Cortana, Izzy Beth, Lakaraf, and Rogue1RL. Thanks for tagging along. We continue our stream Monday as we will be joining Space Germany in our blitz against Libertasan Orders. While I do that, I'm going to be doing some off-stream grinding, killing enemies here. So with that, I want you all to basically have a good night, a pleasant tomorrow, and you have a good one. As for me, I'm probably going to end the stream now, and I'm probably going to pause for now as I'm going to defrost a freezer at the moment. So, you guys have a good one. Peace out, y'all.